Let's bring in Bill O'Reilly to discuss the state of play with his early efforts and some other things that are in the mix. Good to see you, big man.
Okay, Cuomo, what's on your mind tonight?
So, being against what Musk is doing is a bad look, right? If you're not on board with getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, you're part of the problem. But, are you starting to scratch your head a little bit about why they didn't explain more about Musk and explain more about why he's doing and targeting what he is early on?
No. It's only 2.5 weeks into the Trump administration. I know it feels like 2.5 months. Donald Trump's not big on explaining. Look, I think this is just a hyped up story. It doesn't mean very much. I'm happy if Elon Musk uncovers wasteful spending as he has. I'd like him, as you suggest, to go into the Pentagon, which is absolutely the worst, and which is why I oppose Hegseth, because he's not going to do it. That's where it is just trillions of dollars of false spending, I call it. But you know what this is all about? This isn't about Elon Musk. This is about sabotaging Trump. Whatever Trump does, the Democratic Party and the Trump haters are going to find something bad with it. So I'd like to know if my tax money is going to Peru to pay for a trans comic book. I know it's small ball, but I'd like to know it. Okay? I'd like to know if the crazy stuff that the Biden administration did, which they, $44 million on USAID, and the list, if you go on to Google it, is insane. All right, I want to know that. And then I didn't know that the Biden administration paid Politico, a so-called journalistic outfit, $8 million to cover up for Biden. That's what they did. They wouldn't run the Hunter Biden.
We don't know that that's what it was. We don't know that that's what they did. That's not the story. The story is the subscriptions, and a lot of Republicans were among their subscribers.
No. Their own employees of Politico said the report is on the story. They would not run it. So just go do your research and you'll see. But what really caught my attention was the New York Times today. Okay, then you know the reporter on the story for Politico said they wouldn't print the story. We didn't know at the time.
Yeah, but the reason
that Politico was getting $8 million from Biden.
Yeah, but we don't know that that's why they didn't run the story. People don't run stories.
Okay. No, I run if I have a reporter, they bring the story, I run it. Okay, New York Times today, conspiracy about Politico. Then I knew the story was valid. As soon as you get the New York Times running interference for you, you know it's true. Okay? Okay, so Elon Musk, let's get back to Elon Musk. I met him one time at a Hollywood party, which I never go to, but the guy who was throwing it was doing business with me in the literary area. And he said, oh, please come up. We're going to have a lot of people up there. And I went for about a half hour. I sat next to Kate Hudson, a beautiful woman, who asked me if I smoked weed, which tells me that she had no idea who I was. Okay, and she was like, look, who's this guy? And I said, I don't drink, and I was passing up the wine. She goes, oh, I know.
And did you immediately say to her,
no idea
I will with you?
No, I did not, because I don't do that, all right? And I'm friends with her stepfather, Kurt Russell, who I really like. But anyway, I'm giving you a lot of background on Elon. So Elon Musk is there at the party. And we were introduced, and he just looked at me, he knew who I was, all right? But he had no questions, nothing to say. And I don't know a Tesla from an Oldsmobile, okay? I don't know cars. I got barely put gas in my car. It's a struggle, all right? And I knew he had the cars and he was going to space. And I was going to be a wise guy, but I just said, nice to meet you, Mr. Musk. I wish you great success in your ventures. And then I went back to talk to Kate Hudson, okay? It was much more entertaining. So I don't know anything about Musk. But if Musk is going to tell me, an American taxpayer, that the pinheads in Washington are wasting my hard-earned money, okay, then I want to listen. And I don't want any excuse. Yeah, I'm not worried that he's going to do a coup d'etat. I'm not worried because he doesn't have any power. He can't subpoena anybody. He just is an advisor.
Right.
He presents to Trump. Trump does what he wants.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.